All right, everyone, get ready, because today we are diving headfirst into the world of key account management.
We're going deep.
Deeper than a deep-sea diver.
With scuba gear and everything.
We're armed with Key Account Management 101, ready to uncover these strategic secrets hidden within.
And believe me, there are some real gems in here.
Now, before you hit that skip button thinking this is just another corporate jargon fest, I promise you, this stuff gets surprisingly interesting.
Oh, absolutely. This isn't just about sales. It's about building those rock-solid relationships that bring in the big wins long-term.
Relationships. Sign me up. Actually, that's a perfect segue, because the document kicks things off by defining a key account. And get this, it's not just about who's bringing in the big bucks.
It's way more than that.
Spill the tea.
This document emphasizes a best practice approach, and it made me think it's like giving those key accounts the VIP treatment. Think, proactive service, bending over backwards to really understand their needs.
Basically treating them like royalty.
Exactly. Not just processing orders, but becoming a trusted advisor. Now that's a concept I can get behind.
Me too. Speaking of which, the document also mentions meaningful performance reviews. I don't know about you, but that phrase makes me want to run for the hills.
You and me both. It sounds like corporate jargon, right?
It screams boring business meeting. But maybe it's not.
Not even close. Remember, it's all about partnership. Imagine this. You and a client brainstorming solutions instead of just going over numbers. You're uncovering those hidden opportunities that benefit both sides. A real win-win.
Okay, I'm starting to see the light here. So less about ticking boxes, more about digging deep to find those golden aha moments.
Exactly.
This is making me rethink my next visit to my accountant.
You and me both.
Yeah.
But let's get real for a second. If it's not just about size, how do businesses actually decide who gets invited to this exclusive party? How do they pinpoint who's key? That's where things get really interesting. The document lays out this fascinating matrix of 4 account segments: learn, teach, partner, and get this commodity.
Come on, you mean like the accounts that are basically just about price?
You got it.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
You might be surprised. It's not about just labeling and forgetting. This matrix is all about tailoring your approach. You see, even a price-sensitive commodity account, just by their sheer volume, still gets that specialized approach. But we'll dive into that a bit later.
All right, you've officially piqued my curiosity. Let's break down these account types, starting with, and I'm quoting the document here, partner accounts. They say this is where the real magic of key account management happens.
It is.
What's so magical about them? So the document makes it clear that these partner accounts, they're the real deal, the heart and soul of key account management. But what does this magical partnership actually look like in the real world?
All right, picture this. You're a hotshot software company.
Love it already.
And you've got this game-changing platform.
Cutting edge, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. Now, a partner account, they're not just going to buy some off-the-shelf package.
Way too basic.
You're talking about working hand in hand, like an extension of their own team, to customize that platform to their every need.
Even if it means pushing your own team to the limit.
Absolutely. And that, my friend, is where the magic happens. That level of trust, that shared risk, that's what elevates a partnership to a whole new level.
Makes sense. But it's funny you should say that, because I'm looking at these commodity accounts, the ones that, let's be honest, we might assume are just about getting the best price.
Right. The bottom line.
But there's still a huge opportunity there, isn't there? I mean, everyone wants to feel valued, right?
100%. With commodity accounts, it all comes down to efficiency and consistency. They need to know you've got their back. Every single time. No exceptions.
No drama, just results.
Exactly. They want to know you're going to deliver reliably and smoothly.
Kind of like when you find that perfect coffee shop, the one that remembers your order without you even having to ask. Suddenly, you're a loyal customer for life. But we've got these other segments too. Learn and teach. What sets them apart?
Learn accounts are like sponges, eager to soak up knowledge, ready to grow, but maybe they're still figuring things out. That's where you come in.
The wise mentor guiding them on their journey.
Exactly. You become their trusted advisor, helping them navigate the twists and turns. And let's be real, who doesn't love a good learning adventure, right?
Keeps things interesting. Speaking of interesting, we've got teach accounts. Who are they in this whole equation?
Teach accounts. They're the veterans, the pros. They know their stuff.
Top of their game.
But here's the thing. They've seen it all. They're bombarded with pitches left and right. So how do you break through that noise? How do you show them you're not just another vendor, but a partner who genuinely gets them?
That's the million-dollar question.
It's a delicate dance. It's about engaging in a genuine dialogue, respecting their expertise, but also gently challenging them to see new perspectives.
Subtle nudges in the right direction.
Precisely.
So whether you're dealing with a learn, a teach, a partner, or even a commodity account, one thing's for sure, you need a dedicated team. And this is where the document really dives into the nitty-gritty of building that A-team.
It's crucial. The document talks about having a diverse team with a mix of skills. And one thing that really jumped out at me was the importance of having a dedicated executive sponsor.
Okay, I'll be honest. When I first read that, I thought, oh, so we need someone with a fancy title to rubber stamp the budget.
Right. Sounds like a formality.
But it's so much bigger than that, isn't it? It's like having your own personal cheerleader at the highest level. It's like having the CEO throw their weight behind you, right? Suddenly everyone's paying attention.
Exactly. It's about having that internal influence to Break down silos, get resources flowing, and making sure everyone's on board, really invested in making these key relationships flourish.
They're invested in the success of the client, almost as much as they are in their own bottom line.
And that makes all the difference.
Okay, so let's say we've checked all the boxes. We've got our dream team, executive buy-in. We've segmented those accounts like pros. What's next? How do we actually make sure those key accounts feel the love?
This is where the document gets really tactical, really interesting, actually. They talk about proactive performance reviews.
Okay, and forgive me if I'm being cynical, but isn't that just a fancy way of saying, look at all the amazing things we've done for you, now sign on the dotted line?
Unfortunately, you're not wrong. That's where I see a lot of companies dropping the ball. They turn it into a self-congratulatory presentation instead of a true dialogue.
There's that word again.
Yeah.
Dialogue. It's about partnership,
right?
It's not about dictating. It's about discovering together.
Yeah, you're getting it. The document uses this great phrase, something about how a proactive performance review with the account is a unique learning opportunity. It's about figuring out what's working, what's not, and where you can both level up.
It's like a relationship check-in, but for business.
Exactly. And just like in any good relationship, honesty and openness are key. And that's where those golden opportunities come up. The document actually gave a great example. Imagine you've got a partner account, and during one of these reviews, you realize there's an opportunity to cross-sell a service from another department. Suddenly, you're not just growing your business, you're showing them you're truly invested in their success.
You're like, hey, remember that thing you mentioned needing a while back? Well, guess what? We've got just the solution.
And it just happens to be something you're already amazing at.
Talk about a win-win. It's funny, when we started this deep dive, I never would have guessed that key account management was so, human.
Right. But at its core, it's all about relationships, building trust, communicating effectively, really understanding where the other person is coming from. And those are skills that transcend any boardroom,
Absolutely. So to recap, folks, we've learned that key account management is not just about schmoozing clients or closing deals. It's about fostering these incredible partnerships that benefit everyone involved. We've talked about the importance of understanding your different account segments, building a dedicated dream team, and even getting that executive buy-in.
And let's not forget about those proactive performance reviews. They're not just about showing off your accomplishments. They're an opportunity to deepen that relationship, uncover those hidden opportunities, and keep that win-win momentum going strong.
And if you can master these principles in your professional life, imagine how much smoother sailing you'll have in your personal interactions as well. It's like they say, happy spouse, happy house, or in this case, happy client, happy bottom line. We got a link to the full Key Account Management 101 document in our show notes for anyone who wants to take a deeper dive.
Don't miss it.
And on the note, we'll wrap things up. Until next time, folks, keep those relationships strong and those win-wins coming.